Hey everybody, so I decided to read Number the Stars by Lois Lowry. That's how you spell it. And I got a library copy because I didn't have the money to go buy it. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you that there's going to be some things I'm going to mention that may trigger some people. This is about Nazi Germany. This is about segregation. This is about hiding and secrets. So if any of those are triggers to you, please get out of the video. Basically, what this book is about a family that is not Jewish, who has a young daughter who ends up having a Jewish person as a friend. A very bright young individual, a very solid actress, a very smart young lady, and they seem to be about maybe 5th grade. Maybe like middle school-ish, maybe like 10 to 13. The Germans in the beginning stopped them from walking home from school, and this is like in the 1940s Germany, where it's usually they had already Danish people had already surrendered because of the lack of militia that could have helped them, so they did it strategically. It has some parts where handkerchiefs are used as a ploy to stop the drug dogs and stop the dogs that help hunt out humans from getting them. They are laced with like cocaine and perfume. The cocaine is just to temporarily blind the dog's nose so that they cannot sniff out the human scent beyond the dead fish. Keeping in mind that the handkerchief is really important. It's really a big premise in the book, because without that handkerchief, the whole family would have been found out, and the whole book would have been pointless. It has a lot of references of like traditions of how to have the dead next to you, and the night before their funeral, have them in. It has about lies to children and how it's important to lie sometimes, and how it's best not to know certain things, and how you could be braver when you don't know everything, because it's harder to be brave when you know everything. It also goes back to like the CIA tactic of the more you know, the more harm you get tortured through, and the easier it is for you to squeal on everybody else. It looks like acting stupid and playing stupid can get you places at times, simply when it deals with like militia or like authority figures that are not morally just. When you know that they're ethnically cleansing like they are, or they're just picking on people to be a jerk. There usually is a reason to hide. There's a reason to lie sometimes. One part in the book may trigger some TV survivors, is because the woman goes on a not a tirade, but she starts explaining how like the casket's supposed to stay closed, and how the lady had like a really bad disease, like if she had opened it up it would cause everybody else to get sick and contaminated, and she ends up getting slapped on the face. So if you're a visual person when you read, just be aware of that. It's nearing the end of the book, but it is in there. It's in like chapter 10, so like pretty far in there. It's a 17 chapter book. It has only like 132 pages, but it's pretty big print. And at the end you find out that the Jewish family makes it across where they need to go to Sweden, but they leave the necklace behind because the necklace is an indicator. The necklace is a Star of David necklace. So, of course, Anne-Marie has to go and hide that and make sure that it's safe. And in honor of her friend, she goes and wears that necklace until they meet again. But by the end of the book, they haven't met again. They just found out that the war was over. They finally ended up having a better time. She goes to fix the clasp on the necklace that broke because of how she had to pull it off of the poor girl to make sure she was safe, because the Star of David would have indicated, hey, I'm a Jewish person, come take me to camp. So they had to take that out. I'm trying to see if there's anything I might be missing. The boots are very important. the way that the militia treat people was very rude. They fed the bread to the dogs. They fed the meals to the dogs. They treated everybody like they were lesser than and inferior to. So it's just one of those things where good still triumphs over evil, but it's more of like a historically accurate fabrication where there's like certain things like the Danish resistance in here, and the handkerchief thing is correct. They did have those. And the timing as well, how they treated the Jewish people before they got relocated. How young 5-year-olds who wouldn't know any better just would joke around, and how the mothers would just joke around with them and make sure that they are safe, because the less they know, the better. The more they joke around, the less suspicious they are to be taken. The resistance was by far one of the best parts of the book, in my opinion, because of the fact that you have to fight for something. And even children can be brave. And that's what this is about, is being brave in the face of adversity, being brave in the face of history. And it's just a really, all in all, good series. Well, it's not a series, it's a book. It's even got the little gold sticker here. But yeah, that was my take on the book. Like, I'm leaving out a lot of details, but that's like the gist of it without giving out the entire book. 17 chapters, like 4 to 5 pages per chapter, if that. Very easy to read, but if you've had any members in life that have gone through the Holocaust, or you have a very vivid imagination, or you have an empathic feeling, you may want to take this book with caution. But that is my take on The Number of the Stars by Lois Lowry. As always with these, though, take it as you see it. And I'd love to hear your opinions on books I should check out. Thanks.